All right, what's going on, guys? I saw someone earlier make a Galactic Legend tier list, and I thought that'd be fun to do my own. I've seen people rank them before, but what I haven't seen people do is rank, like, every single GL comp, and I know that's probably be really confusing, and it's like, wow, you're making, like 20 spots for 9 GLs, and no, I'm not doing that. Before we go into the list, let me just explain the system really quick. Basically, I have it separated into two things. I have the official placements of the GLs, which is, like, the most common, like, home place teams for those GLs, and then I have variants. Variants won't be part of the official ranking, but if you guys want to know where that would be placed, I'll show them, and yeah, but they're not part of the official one. Some examples of variants are like Sith Eternal with Bane, Ray with Resistance, like, stuff like that. All right, it's time to start with the first worst GL on this list, which is a variant. So it doesn't officially count, but this team sucks, and that is Ray with Resistance. Guys, this team is just balls, bro. This team is not good. I see it a lot in Territory Wars, just gas pizza easily. The Ben Solo Omicrons aren't gonna change anything. Star Killer, this is easy food for Star Killer. I don't care how the relics are, if you have a Datacron, unless it's like broken. It's just bad. This team is the worst. Like, this is not even GL caliber. This team is hoodoo. Okay, I'm sorry, but it is. I'm also including like a tier list sort of thing. So this is F tier because this sucks. For the next on our list, it is another variant, and that goes to none other than Sith Eternal with Random Sith, and I even sprinkled Darth Town and Wat Tambor to be a little nice. Guys, I know Sith Eternal and Wat can do some work, but just as a whole, like with these trash Sith, it's just bad. It's just not good. It's a little better than Rey, but like this just doesn't do that much. On defense, it's a joke. And on offense, Wat Tambor and Sith Eternal can do some cute stuff, but like it's just nothing crazy, you know, and he can just punch up so much higher. So this is a variant, because there's just better versions of him down the line. All right, and for our next ranking, we have an actual placement. Anyone that knows me knows what this GL is gonna be, but if you don't, then we'll build up to it. What I think the worst GL is, in my opinion, is none other than Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. I put him in D tier because, like, if we're being real, he is a little bit better than Rey and Sith Eternal with Sith. But listen, it's really sad. This team used to be like one of the best teams in the entire game. Even when the next wave of GLs came out, like with Jedi Master Kenobi and Lord Vader, he was still actually pretty good because he beat pretty much everything. Like, JMK was kind of a soft counter, but like everything else, the true damage was really fun. It was a good incentive to take him to Relic 9. It was like, I don't know, it was fun, and I really wanted him. It's kind of sad that the hands of time have not been kind to this man. He is a Galactic Legend, but he just doesn't compare to the rest, like, at all. It's not even close. This guy is an absolute joke now. All the new meta teams, he just can't beat. Like, it's kind of insane. Like, you can't beat pretty much any of the non-GL, GL level teams, and it's really, really sad. But I don't have any pity for this stupid trash excuse for the team. I hate this team so much. Let me put it in simple terms. Research says the most painful way to die is boiling alive, which is first, to burning alive, which is second. And the reason burning alive is a little bit less painful is because eventually the fire just gets to your nerves and then you don't feel anything, but by then you're probably dead. But boiling alive, that doesn't happen. You feel the pain all the way, and you know, it's terrible. I wish this Galactic Legend specifically was in a prolonged state of boiling alive for being the worst and just sucking. I hate him. This guy is garbage. I know Lord Vader's getting all of his 5-0 first lifter teams, but this guy needs a unit so bad. And don't you dare say, oh, we do have a lifter, it's this guy. Listen, yeah, he makes the team a little bit better. He doesn't elevate it whatsoever, but he does increase the win rates a little bit. But this guy is not a dedicated lifter. He's not Bane, where he specifically targets Sith Eternal. He's not Ben Solo, where he specifically targets Rey, or Darkseid Rey, where she specifically targets SWGOH. This is not him. This guy is okay, but he is not incredible. Ezra Bridger Exile also does not count because putting him with Master Luke, that is a joke. That's a waste. Unless you don't have Rey or Ahsoka, then that's a good place to put him. But whatever. I hate this guy. I gave him the respect of not putting him at F, even though he's my least favorite team in the entire freaking game. Really don't like this guy. The rest of the GLs are actually pretty good. Our next placement is another variant, and that goes to SLKR without Darkseid Rey. I thought about making this the official placement just because in Grand Arena, you really want to separate Darkseid Rey with SLKR, but that's only really in 5v5, and in 3v3, it's not that good. It's just one half of a game mode is not enough to warrant official like variant status or whatever. So this is the variant. Darkseid Rey with SLKR is really good, but this team, it is C tier, and I know that sounds bad, but that's because the rest of the GLs are just like really good. But this guy is also solid. With First Order, he beats some GLs, but I think what he specializes in, which is kind of the opposite of JML, he is really good at beating a lot of those GL level teams. He's very reliable with a lot of those counters, and I really enjoy using him. On this account, I actually don't have Darkseid Rey. I do on my other account, so I have experience with her, but on this account, I just don't have shards for, which is whatever. That's in the past. But yeah, this guy's really good. He is C tier, but that doesn't mean he's bad. He is good. The rest of the GLs are actually very close. That brings us to our number 8 spot. Another official placement, that goes to Rey. Rey is B tier, but I think she's just a little better than SLKR. But again, here's the thing with Rey. She has the highest of highs and the lowest of lows, and without Ezra Bridger Exile, I think this might be the best team for her. The whole point of Rey, you want to close out the Starkiller counter, and I'm pretty sure this does a good job because Sortie constantly puts Benzel under stealth and gets crit. Cal Kestis makes Starkiller's life just a world of pain. Barris just heals from like everyone from crits. It just works, and it does a really good job. If you do want to do this lineup, I would really just strongly advise you put Sortie in front of Ben Solo in the slotting, because the thing is, Sortie gives VIP to the weakest character, which is always been, except for when you put him in front of her, because of his unique, which gives him max health and speed for from everyone else. So make sure you put her in front of him, because then she'll probably give it to like Cal or Barris, which is not what we want. I know Cal usually goes with Malicos, and if you have Ezra Bridger in this lineup, then yeah, give Cal to Malicos, but it just, like, Rey without Cal is just a lot worse, so it's not worth giving up. But yeah, this team is great. I know it's like B tier usually means like okay, but this is a good team. This is a solid team. For next placement, it is number 7 on the list, and I think this may make people kind of mad, but I put Jabba the Hutt on here. Here's the thing, I have him in B tier strictly because of PvP stuff. I know that some people would say, no, this guy's A tier, and I would accept that, but personally, I'm just gonna put him in B tier. Without Datacrons, he is good, but he's not incredible. You know, he gets beaten by SLKR. In Territory Wars, I actually put him in A or S tier, because with Embo and Skiff-Guard's Omicrons, the dude is busted. He is really good. Leia can't even beat him, which is surprising. And also there's this mod event, which is really good, which is actually out as I'm recording. But yeah, just really good team though. He is super fun. I would highly recommend, at minimum, you take Jabba to Relicate, Chrysanthemum to Relicate, and Bausch to Relicate, because it boosts up her critical damage a lot. Actually, probably should remod this for crit damage, because that is what her thermal damage is based on, but I will remod later. I have her modded properly. Oh wow, that's really slow. Yeah, I really should remod her soon. But yeah, this is just banging team. It does really good stuff. I know it's B tier, but again, B tier in this list is just really good. It's just there's GLs that do a lot more. All right, for our next placement, we have another variant, and this may also bother people. That is Sith Eternal with Darth Bane. This is the first of our A tier, and some people might get really mad for 2 reasons. 1, because I made this the variant version, and 2, because I put it below regular Sith Eternal, but I have explanations for both. But the main reason I put Sith Eternal with Darth Bane as a variant is just because, guys, don't put these two together. 99 out of 100 times, you will never need to put these guys together, and if you do, it's almost always just a waste. Darth Bane is really freaking good. He is like SLKR level. Like, he does work. Don't put him with Sith Eternal. Sith Eternal can actually do a lot more work than you think without Bane, which is why I put him above, because I will explain that in a second. But yeah, but really good team. No defensive viability, but offensively it does good stuff. But again, it's a waste. That brings us to our number 6 spot, which is Sith Eternal without Darth Bane in this specific lineup with specific mods. Now, Sith Eternal is kind of like my golden child of Star Wars, because this guy, the dude does a lot more work than you think, but you have to mod him very specifically. What you want for him is very high health and a lot of speed. As you can see, you can have this as a speed arrow, but I just have really good mods on this account, so I just have like insane mods. So like a lot of health, a lot of speed. This is a little over the top, but like I don't care. His mods don't matter. Watt's mods usually don't matter, but sometimes can. But the two really important ones are the armor and Grand Admiral Thrawn. The thing is, you really need Thrawn to be like 1 or 2 speeds slower than the armor. And I know that like this looks like a big speed difference. Like that's not 1 to 2. But Sith Eternal gives Darkseid allies 20 speed. So he actually has 347, and I couldn't get the 1 speed difference, but that's just because it just didn't line up. But on my other account, I do have it set up properly. With Watt, if you want to be like extra hyper efficient, you can make him a little faster than the armor and Thrawn. And I will explain why you need these to be modded this way. If you have all these mods set up correctly, you can basically consistently beat Leia's in 5v5 and 3v3. And that is a big claim to make. I understand. Like, I know. Normally, you can beat this very consistently. I have an entire video talking about it. It's called the Ultimate Sith Eternal Guide. Highly recommend checking out because it's really good. And you can basically use Sith Eternal to beat stuff like Leia's, Jedi Master Kenobi's, sometimes Jabba's. Like, it's just really good. This guy's super underrated. He can really punch up super high, but again, the modding has to be very specific. But I won't get into it in this video. We're gonna go to the next placement, which is number 5, and that goes to Lord Vader. Now, some people might be thinking, Riley, Lord Failure, are you kidding? Maybe it's because you put him higher because of all the clone stuff. No, this guy's actually a lot better than a lot of people think. Lord Vader actually, he does some pretty solid stuff. But here's the thing. You have to mod him correctly. If you don't mod him for crit damage and offense, then he is a lot worse. Speed and health is not the way to go for this guy. If you mod him for crit damage and offense, he will ramp up his damage so much quicker, which gives you a lot more time to actually do solid work. You can use this to easily beat JMKs, Jabba's without the stupid Jabba-cron. And if you really know what you're doing, you can beat Ahsoka's, but you do need Thrawn, which kind of contradicts with the whole Sith Eternal thing. Yeah, this lineup, though, it does good stuff. This is an offensive unit, not defensive. That's a mistake a lot of people make. He actually does solid stuff. He feels really slow, but that's because you probably don't have him modded right. But yeah, super solid tune all around. For our next placement, it is number 4, and that goes to Jedi Master Kenobi. Now, a couple years ago, this guy would have been S tier. This used to be like the cream of the crop, like the best galactic legend, the best team in the entire game. But as time has passed, he has fallen off a little bit, but he is still really good. The thing is, he is great on offense. The insta-kill it does wonders, but a lot of teams have come out that basically invalidates a lot of his kit. In fact, you can use great mothers to beat Jedi Master Kenobi if you know what you're doing. You kind of need higher relics, but it is super worth it. It's very consistent. And this is without any Omicrons. Do you hear that? A non-legendary marquee team is better than Jedi Master Luke. It beats it better than a galactic legend. That is sad. But anyway, yeah, this guy's really good on defense. A lot of things are starting to beat him now. So, you know, he's not as good, but he's still A tier, which is very, very good. But unfortunately, a couple teams just outrank him nowadays. And that brings us to another variant. It's been a bit since our last variant. That goes to Rey with Ezra Bridger Exile. This is the first of our S tier GLs. I mean, this team is kind of a monster. This is a variant because in 5v5, Ezra really just goes with Ahsoka. I mean, it's really good with Rey, but the thing is, Rey with Ezra Bridger Exile gets destroyed by Malicos still in 5v5, which is kind of insane. But yeah, this team's really good. Honestly, if you have Ezra Bridger, replace Cal with Barris just so you can go with Malicos, but if you don't, then he goes with Rey. This team is still really freaking good, and, you know, Malicos, if they have Malicos, then it's a pretty cheap counter, but, you know, it's still good. It's still solid. And Territory Wars, just the Fulcrum and Cal Omicron, they just do work. I would not put Fulcrum with Ray, just because if you do, you're opening that up to easily be countered by Balin. So yeah, I just don't do that. However, I will say in 3v3, Ezra does go with Ray because it is the best team in all of 3v3. It is stupid good. Malicos can't beat it. Not much can beat it. It's mostly just like Leia and Darkseid Ray with SLKR, which goes to our next ranking, number 3, which is, I almost said Starkiller, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren with Rey. Guys, this team is just so good. It's really solid without the Omicrons, but once you turn them on, he is just a beast. Not only on offense, but on defense too. On offense, I think he just beats everything except for Jedi Master Kenobi, which has easier counters now. So that's not a huge downside. But on defense, there are only 2 teams that can beat him. And that's Jedi Master Kenobi and Bane. They might be thinking like, oh, Bane, easy. I can just use Bane for him. But if you put him in the back zone and bait Bane with like Queen Amidala or like Balin or something like that, then they're screwed. If they don't have Jedi Master Kenobi or Bane, then I don't think this team can be beaten like at all. This team is super good, really solid. But the thing is, in 5v5, unless you have a lot of GLs, it's not as bad as putting Bane with Sith Eternal, but Rey does a lot of good stuff in 5v5 without Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. I mean, she beats Revas, Queen Amidala, stuff like that. Like, it's really good. In 3v3, she's not that good. Put her with SLKR. But yeah, if you have a lot of GLs, then just put these 2 together. You know, it's super good, really solid, definitely deserving of S tier, and yeah, really good. All right, now we've gone to our number 2 spot, and it's now between 2 GLs. So I'll let you think about which one I placed below. And I put Ahsoka. The thing is, the last 2 GLs are actually really close in how good they are. And I could see people saying that Ahsoka's better. And, you know, I could see an argument for that. But the thing is, she is crazy expensive. And while she is really good, the one thing that I hate about teams is when one really important unit is really wanted elsewhere. Like, obviously Ezra is best with Ahsoka, but he also goes with Rey so well. Sometimes he goes with Lord Vader super good. He could go with JML, but that's a waste because I hate that guy. Again, like Darkseid Rey could be her own team. Maul is a good one. He goes really well with Vader, but also he's so fun in Malicos and Darkseid Mando teams. I don't know. It makes me like this team a little bit less just because I hate when I have to do that. But without Ezra, this team is just okay. But with him, then yeah, it's S tier. It's really good. It's just, I don't know, it does a lot of things. Very wordy, but super efficient. But I will say, in Territory Wars, if you have these 2 Omicrons on, then oh my god, this team is insanity. I mean, absolute insanity. Like, the only thing you can use to beat it is Leia. There's nothing else. Maybe a mirror with the Omicrons, but you really want it on defense, because if you preload an Ahsoka in Territory Wars, your guild is lost. I think the only thing that can beat a preloaded Ahsoka is a mirror, but most people put it on defense because of how insane it is. I mean, our guild has seen preloaded Ahsokas from our side like many times, where they preload one of our Ahsokas, then 40 battles in, and I'm not exaggerating, that 40 battles in, they still can't beat it. That is how good it is. So Territory Wars S+ tier, a new level. That's like Great Mother's Datacron level of insanity. But that's enough Ahsoka glazing. We're going to number 1, which is Leia Organa. This team is it's so good. It just beats pretty much everything. It's your get out of jail free card. It's super solid. On defense, it's also not bad. It's pretty good on defense, but definitely is an offensive tool. Just super good. I really enjoy Leia. There's not much else to say. Drogon's basic is insane. It does so much damage. She has an AoE revive, which is nuts. I mean, it's hard to set up, but when you do, it just allows for some insane banners, but it's also just like also a full heal. It's an insane ultimate ability. It's super good. Just amazing team. The last 2 are kind of, if you really want like to maximize it, the best Leia team by far is Rogue One with Radis and Jin, because Jin is like a pseudo tank because she cannot die if Radis is in here, and Radis also has like heals and it's super good. It's really, really good. But yeah, no, this is the list. This is what I feel is the ultimate Galactic Legend list. The thing is, once you get past JML, the rest of the GLs are really good. They do some good stuff. JML will always be, in my heart, the worst. The worst. Some people may make an argument for him, but I don't want to hear it. I don't care. When this game dies, a new depth of hell is opened up for this team. And you might be thinking I'm exaggerating, and maybe I am. It's still a GL, but also I hate you, and this team sucks. You spent all this time getting Jedi Master Luke when you could have spent that time getting like Sith Eternal for less time, you know? Could have gotten Lord Vader, Jedi Master Kenobi, you know? Why would you ever get this team? Unless you're just really close or like Lightspeed bundle, so it's like, I could talk about this for hours, but I know you guys don't hear about it. I think you've heard enough. The boiling alive metaphor was a pretty good way to describe my feelings for this GL. But yeah, that's the list. Bye.